Welcome back. Our final nominee and finalist is a man who's building houses to rebuild lives, including his own. This unsung hero shows how you can overcome any struggle and not just survive, but thrive simply by helping others. This house may not look like much on the outside, but it's what's on the inside that matters most.
We get to see miracles happen. We get to see people change, right before our eyes.
The man behind those miracles is Dennis Hout. In 2004, he opened the very first Unity House, transitional homes for those recovering from addiction.
It used to be an old crack house, and it was ready for the wrecking ball. And what a perfect thing to do, to turn a place that was like that into a place where people could get help.
10 years later, there are now 7 Unity houses. This is house number 4. So when did you start rehabbing this house?
We started this house in December of 2006. It was a lot of work, a lot of work. In this very room, I sat on top of a pile of rubble that was probably 4 foot high. And I just shook my head and I said, this is impossible. I was ready to give up.
But the more he gave, the more he got. In a decade, Unity House has helped between 2,000 and 3,000 people go from recovery to reality.
I can empathize, not sympathize, because we don't need sympathy when we're in recovery. But when I know how they felt, because I have been there and can be there and can get that feeling back in a heartbeat.
It was such a relief as a counselor to know that I could send a client to Unity House and they would actually get what they needed and not just be out on their own trying to do recovery on their own.
Jamie McWade was actually working somewhere else when she first heard about Unity House. Today, she's part of it and sees firsthand what Dennis does every day.
Dennis does what he does with no pay. For 10 years, he has not received a salary. And much of that time he was working a full-time job and doing Unity House on the side. When he retired, it became a night and day thing. I am not exaggerating that he can spend 17 hours a day working for Unity House.
That's why Jamie nominated Dennis for the Jefferson Award.
Just to get nominated, I couldn't believe it. I'm just blown away. What an honor and a privilege.
An honor for someone who has never asked for it.
If it was about recognition, I would have gotten out of this a long time ago.
Unity House would not be without his push and his passion.
Dennis hopes to grow Unity House in the next 10 years. He wants to open a house for women and maybe expand to other cities in our area. But whatever the next decade brings, Dennis says he will be there.
I know what it's like to feel just broken inside. A big hole, and what do you fill it with? What do you do? Where do you go? Who will listen? Does anybody understand, or is there anybody else out there just like me? We listen, we care. Unity House, all of us together.
Jefferson Award winner, Dennis Hout. Unity House, Jefferson.
And with all of us sharing this nomination together, Dennis Hout becomes our 2015 Jefferson Award finalist.
If we have seen one person benefit, then everything, all 10 years has been worth it, but we have seen so many success stories. It's just, this whole thing is just all about them.
Yes, it is. Congratulations to Dennis and to all of our Jefferson Award nominees. What a fantastic group of people doing incredible things in our community, proving that one person really can make a difference. Dennis is getting ready to go to Washington, D.C. next weekend for the National Jefferson Awards ceremonies. Meanwhile, we're getting ready for round 2 of our Jefferson Award nominees. If you know an unsung hero, you can submit an application at WQAD.com. Just type Jefferson Awards in the search box. Thank you to our sponsor, Genesis, to photographer Scott Weiss for his help putting this special together. And thank you for all those behind the scenes, as well as you for helping us honor these nominees and tell their stories. They certainly deserve to be told. Have a great night, everyone.